Well, we gonna hang out, chill out, wait for some folks to hop on. Um, but we got the man, the myth, the legend, Duncan Ramon Echevarria, your cigar consigliere, has made it this evening. What is up, buddy?
Sup?
Loving it.
What's cooking, man? What will you be checking on tonight in the oven?
Well, yeah. So there is a roast. There's a roast. We got some nice potatoes, some good stuff. So
Is it a
there,
beef
there
roast or a
is
pork
a
What's up,
roast?
Kev?
beautiful roast. There's a roast. I'm
Is it
not
a
saying anymore.
pork roast or beef
No,
roast?
I found a nice.
Two Kevs and a Daryl. What's going on,
I
guys?
found a nice little Angus, small roast. So I got it on sale, and I said, you know what? Why not? I haven't done that in the house in a long time. It's a good thing. It's a little family, dinner. My partner and I, not too crazy, but we haven't done that. I said, why not? Keep it simple. Keep it
That's
simple.
awesome.
Sometimes simple is the best.
It is. It is.
I'm gonna,
Jennifer
I'm
made
eating sausage right now.
you're chowing on sausage, and I had chicken Caesar salad.
not look at
B
you.
Scott, what's B Scott just hopped on?
What's up,
I
B
haven't seen B
Scott,
Scott in a
man?
while. What's up, buddy? Big Daryl, my man Daryl. Got Kevin Shahan, got Kevin Corbellies.
What's
We
going
got
on, everybody? I see. Yeah, look at this.
the
Man,
cigar prop himself. Couple things going on.
look at that, man.
What
It's
the hell,
almost like
Jennifer? Eye round? What the hell are you talking about? You mean your round eye?
what the what?
I don't
Are the
know.
all eyes around?
I don't know. I'm feeling like I'm being attacked.
I don't know either. It's a roast. That's all I know. It's a bloody roast, man. Well, actually, not blood. I'm saying it's pink on the inside. Pink on the inside. Yeah.
Yes.
Man, I'm
So,
sorry to be here. Look, I've missed. Listen, I've missed you, but I've missed Lars, bro.
oh,
It's
go
awesome.
kiss
I
my
miss
ass,
you
man.
too, baby.
I mean, it's like Carrie, you all right, but it's Lars. I mean, come on now.
Mm. I'm so glad to be back with you guys.
Dude, it's awesome. By the way, congratulations on the show with Justice. She was awesome.
Thank you so much. She's gonna love to hear that.
Yeah, it was a great show.
And by the way, she's stunning, dude. She's like Nubian princess level stunning.
She really is. That is a
Like,
true story.
Mm-hmm.
And we
what's
should
going
really mention that you got your new bands in, right, Kirk?
I did, yeah. I was gonna talk about that in a little bit. Um,
We're getting a little echo.
Duncan,
Yeah,
is
man.
that you?
That's me.
Well, yeah, I think we got an echo there.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna pop into the intro real quick, and then we'll come back, talk a little bit about cigars, booze. Duncan will get his echo fixed. Um, you do have an echo, bro.
Let me see. Let me turn this off.
I'm wearing a headset. Lars wearing a headset. You're not.
I'm not.
Process of elimination.
Let me see here.
All right, you get that fixed.
I
See you in
will.
about 30 seconds. Hola, brothers and sisters of the Leaf. We are coming to you live from the Stogie Road Studios, and
And how about showing your band?
I'm going to show you my band.
Yeah, baby.
Show it. Show it.
So I lit
wanna
the
see
cigar.
that
I lit
band.
the cigar up with the cedar sleeve because the cedar sleeve is gone. It is no more. I did like the cedar sleeve; it was very classy, but the new bands are in.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Nice. Nice.
The
Beautiful.
others were the what do they call those? Sparkly. Nice and sparkly.
I love it.
Beautiful, man. Congratulations. They look nice.
This is one of many bricks. So, really liked what they did. Action label. Liked the work that they did. They were very easy to deal with. They were very professional. They didn't try and rip you off. And I'm really excited that we are moving closer and closer to the big announcement and release of the new Stogie Road cigars. But step one was the bands. Got to get the band. Got to get the band together. So
baby.
That's a big step, and that was a huge step for me in this process. With the new blends and the new factory is to introduce a band. It's like putting a ring on a finger. So I was like,
I believe that Beyonce.
You got to put a ring on it.
If you like it, put a ring on it.
Fucking, I knew I was coming. You two guys set myself up for that one.
Yeah, you got to put a ring on it.
Hey, are you guys still getting that echo, or we're good?
No, we're good.
Awesome.
What did you stick the roast on the
Yeah,
microphone?
Jennifer. Yeah, baby.
I just swapped out the speakers. That's all.
Oh, there you go. So I'm smoking the Sandela. I'm not clowning around tonight.
Sandela.
The Sandela, the San Andreas Candela.
Is that like Sandals? Was that anything to do with Sandals Resort? Anything like that?
Yes.
Sandals
It's
Resort.
yes. It's just like Sandals Resort in a cigar form.
Nice.
Does that mean me and Duncan need to get naked?
Hey.
That's the other cigar. That's the hedonism. You guys can go to Casa Hedonism.
Hedonism. Oh my god.
I'll be doing a show by myself in about 5
I'm
minutes.
scared of this show already, man.
Five.
We're like 7 minutes in, and there's like nudity already programmed. I love it.
No, there's threats of nudity.
Threats of nudity, yeah.
It's not me though. Thank God.
No.
No one wants to do that. I'm smoking a Sandela, and it's the this thing is a powerhouse. So, and I'm drinking rye, Michener's rye.
Nice.
We growing up as a kid in Pennsylvania, in Lebanon, there was a Michener's distillery, an abandoned Michener's distillery in not Schaeferstown, Myerstown, I believe. Might have been Schaeferstown. And I remember, always driving by it, and big Michener sign. Some people always talked about, it was like those myths, those what do they call those? Not myths.
Fables?
Huh?
Fables?
Legends.
Yeah, it was like, hey, I remember my brother went into Michener's distillery. We went in a basement, and they thought they saw a ghost, and they found 5 bottles.
Those like folksy stories.
Yeah. So the Michener's distillery became like the story of where ghosts were seen, and then everybody had a friend who went down there and found a couple bottles of old whiskey that they left behind. And I was like, nah, come on, man, give me a break. So that's what I'm drinking and smoking. Lars, we knew you were eating some Pennsylvania Amish sausage.
Oh my God, it was so good.
What you smoking?
Kielbasa. So I'm smoking
He's smoking a kielbasa.
Yeah, happy birthday. So I'm smoking. Hey, baby, how you doing?
Yes,
so I'm smoking this. It's an old cigar I made probably about a little over 20 years ago, and it was really just basically for my own head stash. That just reminded me, I am going to turn my phones off.
What's the flavor profile on that?
Full body as a motherfucker.
Really?
Uh-huh. It's really full.
Nice.
Yeah.
Senor Duncan, while Lars turns off his phone ringers and you're checking the temperature of the roast, why don't you share with everybody what you're drinking and what you're smoking there, homeboy?
So, true story. Yesterday, I was introduced to Maker's Mark. I had never had it.
I
Really?
was gonna say I didn't care what you were smoking yesterday, but that's cool.
Shut up, fool. But it's just, every now and then, you have something that's like everywhere, but you've never tasted, you never drank it. This was part of like the selection that we were enjoying last night, and I liked it. I thought it has a nice sweetness to it, and I said I'm gonna try it again today with a different cigar. So today I'm smoking. It's the Gurkha Nicaragua series. It's tobacco. It's a collaboration between Gurkha and the Aganorsa family, of course, iconic, great legacy family. Fantastic. It's a Nicaraguan puro, spicy, robust. I'd say there's nothing remotely even medium about this. It's definitely full on from the get go. It's an enjoyable smoke. Not too overly spicy. I think that the actual liquor is toning it down.
Liquor.
But
Hardly knew her.
Didn't even know.
Huh?
Did I ever smoke these cigars?
But it's a good combination. I like it. So again, it's a Gurkha Nicaraguan series with Maker's Mark. So I'm enjoying it. Awesome.
That is the longest explanation, but I loved it. Very detailed. That's why I love when I ask you a question, Duncan, because you never spare the details.
Well, I'm just it's a Cuban thing.
Is it? So, Lars, Kevin's asking, have you ever smoked any new cigars?
Sure, I have to when I'm like trying out different stuff. I'll smoke it at different stages of aging. But when I'm hanging out, like whatever, I like to smoke my vintage stuff. I got so much of it, I really don't want to end up not, I want to be able to smoke really good stuff. And Kevin, you need to send me your address.
Don't send him anything. He gets way too much shit, Lars. Send it to me, and I'll make sure he gets it. So my dad said that he put the Lars sea salt on tomatoes.
Hey, Anthony.
On his BLT outstanding sandwich. Yes, Paul. That is right. He did.
Thank you, brother.
He did get some of the spice love.
Well, I can't, Anthony. I'm going to be making a special spice for your son that he's going to have in his stuff, and the flavor profile is amazing. I cannot wait to get it to him. It's going to be an incredible thing. Everyone's going to love it.
Jennifer wants to collaborate with you, Lars, on a coffee spice.
Okay.
A coffee-based spice.
I've done that before, so I can do that again.
She's very one-dimensional with her. She likes coffee. Actually, I say one-dimensional. She's very, very good cook and
have her
spices.
call me because
Fantastic.
I love doing that with the coffee and the seasonings. The funny thing is that in a lot of my spices that people don't even know, I put chocolate, I put coffee in it. I think it adds just a small amount adds this really great spectrum of flavor.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So Duncan, where you been, buddy? I mean, you've been. I know you've been a busy man. I bust your balls about being detailed, but I missed you. It's good to see you. It's good hanging out with you, man.
It's really good to be back with you guys.
You're looking good, Duncan.
Yeah, yeah.
I love the whole executive look with the big desk.
Well, you know what? It's funny.
You're fired.
This is where the guys and I, when we do the show, it's comfortable. I mean, unless you got someone came by yesterday and visited, which was awesome, but it was tight. But it's a little bit better for us. We can kind of sit back, enjoy, put more libations, do a little bit better display when we have the camera on us and stuff like that. And it's comfy. It's nice. A lot of work. I'm really happy about it. So traveling a little bit more than I think I wanted to. But one of the big things is that, again, I'm trying to really take off from the floor up the brand. So I'm really excited that everywhere that we have been visiting and saying, hey, man, you want to try the Doña Nolia, little bundle? People are liking it. It's nice. I got 2 events.
I haven't smoked it yet. I haven't gotten anything yet.
Yeah, I know, man. I got to try some stuff.
That's because it's always out. It's so popular. You're always out.
I don't know about all that, man. My popularity levels have gone down a lot lately, but
I don't believe that. How is that possible?
I just booked an event. It is going to be in June. So I'm happy about that. It is with the Statesville Country Club. It's a wonderful organization. It's local, great people. We did it the year before last, before COVID, and it was a lot of fun, man. It was about 4 hours. Great food, great camaraderie. It was just I'm looking forward to it again. It's in the heart of the summertime. I was invited to participate in the Charlotte Cigar Week event, so I'm really excited about that. That's coming up in
Yeah,
mid-May,
yeah,
so
yeah.
that's fun.
I got to respond to
Uh,
that. I may pop up for that. I
Dude,
may
I mean,
pop
there's
up
gonna
for
be a
that
lot of fun
because
stuff.
Goldie contacted me and asked me if I wanted to do a show from there live.
Oh, that would
Okay,
be
baby.
great.
It'd
Yeah,
be fun. And you know what? I think also this year, God willing, with things lifting up a little bit with the whole COVID, uh, I love going out and doing events. I truly love traveling and visiting places and saying, hey, I roll, I do whatever, I do tastings, pairings. I think it's fun, it's engaging, and I missed that last year a lot. So
yeah.
right now, it's going out. You gotta sometimes go look for the business. You can't wait for it to come to you. So
You're right. It was tough. I mean, I still get out to Boda's on Sundays. I meet Daryl out there. I know I haven't met Daryl the last couple of weeks, but at least Sundays we hang out there from about 1 o'clock for a couple of hours. But it's tough when you can't pop in the car and just drive to a shop and hang out.
oh yeah, dude. I
It was
mean,
tough.
but no, like I said, that's basically it. Working on the website thing. So we do have a new format website. What I did is I let go of the old one because it was just not gonna happen. And it was a couple of actually Seamus and Mike said, you know what? Why don't you focus on what works or what was working in your cigar shop? And I said, so treat it like facings. He goes, bring into the site the things that really people loved, what was moving, what was constantly hustling for you. And I said, that's not a bad idea, as opposed to just overloading a website, with every single, blend and size.
It's like a Cheesecake Factory menu. It's just overwhelming.
Keep it simple. A one page.
That
You
was good.
look at it, you're happy. You're like, hey, I like that. I'm gonna go with that. Boom, done. And
Yeah.
that seems to be working really, really well for us. So we also have our merchandise for Los Tres Maduros. I've been designing the T-shirts. I have some really nice design concepts for the T-shirts. I have what do you call those neck gaiters that you can also use as protection, as well when you're out. There's artwork on that site, so there is marrying the website and the merchandise site. So again, I'm not the biggest IT guy, never have been. So it's a bit of a struggle, but it is coming along. So I'm happy about that.
Sounds like you haven't been doing much, Duncan.
Yeah, and and a partridge in a pear tree. There you go.
Yep. Yeah. No kidding. Whew, let's take a deep breath
Kevin
after that one.
Thompson, congratulations! His daughter just got married this past Saturday.
Congratulations,
So,
Kev.
Kevin, we love you, man. Beautiful pictures I saw on social
Congratulations,
media.
Kevin.
So we were talking.
I couldn't read it. It went too fast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. No, this is totally right. True story.
It's mighty long.
Man, well, sometimes too much is too much, man. You're looking through a website and you see like every freaking size and blend and color and name and description, and that can sometimes deter you a little bit. Too much information when you're looking for just keep it simple.
Keep it simple, stupid.
That's it right there.
Did you call?
I immediately looked up. I was like,
There you go, Evitz Club. That's funny. So what? Lars, we before we got on the show, we were talking a little bit about our show with Justice.
It was so much
I thought that
fun.
was fantastic. It was a lot of fun. She's a really sweet kid.
so where
She
did you
loved
discover her? Where'd
Very
you find
talented.
her?
Her uncle introduced her to me, and she's a real talent. Her mom was a rapper. her grandfather was Wolfman Jack.
Get
And
the
she comes
Wolfman Jack.
Yes, the Wolfman Jack.
Wow.
I know. She comes from music royalty.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I'll tell you what. It was interesting getting to know her, and how old is she?
I think 21 or 22, something like that.
Very mature. Like you can tell
Yeah.
that she's mature beyond her years. And
So cool,
ridiculously
right?
yeah. I mean, she really just kind of she was very easy to talk to, but she just always seems so poised.
Boy, but she's she at the same time she's a strong woman with her own ideas, but she's also humble at the same time.
Oh
It's
yeah,
so
she
cool.
was she was really humble. The way
Yeah.
you know, when she was talking about all the work she had done with doing was the clean rap.
Yep.
I mean, truly someone who's the definition of humble with the way she was talking about it. And I thought she was just a delight, and I would love to have her back on again.
Well, she definitely will come on again for sure.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. But so what's been going on with you, Lars? I mean, last time we talked, you know, you got movie producers, you got directors, you got screenplays, you got you know,
Yeah, I'm busy, little bee.
you got you know, you're gonna be flying on the next ship up to the moon. I mean,
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
'Cause that's the only thing I'm okay with, until they have like Starbucks and Pizza Hut up there. I'm not really interested.
Starbucks and Pizza Hut. I love
That's
it.
all you need. That's right.
Not that I'm going to eat either one of those, but it shows at least a sign that the franchises have moved in and we're safe to go.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'll wait till that happens.
So what's been new with you?
I've just been working. You know, it's been pretty busy. You know, of course, it's kind of you know, it's not as fun with COVID where we can't really get out and do stuff. Oh, yeah, I'd like to hear her sing other than rap. I want to hear her voice in a different genre. Oh, her voice is amazing. Her singing voice is really amazing.
Does she do anything like soul or R&B?
No, she's like I'm not. It would be hard to describe, but almost like a kind of like a soul, like maybe a hip hop kind of soul flavor to it. But
Gotcha.
she's really just talent. She's got real talent.
I thought her
Well,
voice.
she's got a good range, and that's fantastic. I mean, she
Yes.
might be able to transition, you know, and a lot of I know a lot of hip hop artists, when they classify themselves as hip hop, it's not just to go with the rap moniker. You know, hip hop involves a lot of soul, R&B. I mean, a lot of different, you know, blues. You know, there are some different things that actually fall within the hip hop category. But I think that's actually a beautiful thing when you find a star like that is you know, really I guess various
Yes.
voice range. Who knows?
And
I don't know anything about music. I'm just
No, yeah, her voice sounded so. And I think I told her this, and I was telling Laura, and we were talking about this. Is the clip that you sent? The clip, the music. When you sent it to me, I heard it on my phone. I was like, "Oh, that's got reggae. It's got catchy. I love reggae, right?"
Me too. Awesome.
So I put it on. You know, I downloaded it. I was listening through the speakers on the computer, and I was like, "Man, that sounds really. It sounds even better. You know, it sounds great." And then I put my headphones in, and you
What's going
just
on, Ronnie? How you doing?
you pick up some of those beautiful nuances in her voice and how it kind of flows with the reggae beat. It was really that. It was like night and day putting in headsets.
Oh, you know what I did not know is that I can see the comments. Okay. I just figured that out.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I like
stupid.
We'll let you go, Lars. It's okay. It's this crazy freaking StreamYard technology, but
It's great.
yeah. I mean, it's I just when I heard her voice and with the headsets in, against that reggae music, because that reggae's got such a, it depends on what reggae is. Is it that smooth, or is it the ska? And the beat that she has with that song is just an incredible beat, and her voice just goes along with it.
Yeah, it really does. And then I think we'll definitely have her on again where she can do a live performance. And also, I have this other girl, Alessandra, that I've worked with. If you look on the videos, she's singing in the First We Gonna Dip song. And she's a really incredible talent and fun. But more important, she smokes cigars. Like, she will get up in the morning and smoke a big cigar like this was. And she'll smoke like 5, 6, 7 cigars in a day.
Thanks, Pip.
Nice.
Big cigar fanatic. She loves cigars.
That's
So
not a bad thing. It's a good way
Yeah,
to
no,
start.
not at
Let me
all.
ask you a question. When you do the show right now, are you on a laptop?
I'm on a laptop.
Well, me, I always have either my pad or my phone on mute, but then I just put the show running also, and then it's right in front of me, so I can see all commentaries. I mean, that's because, like, right now on the stream here, we can't see a lot of what folks are jumping on. But if you ever want to do that, just a little side tip. That's how I never miss anybody's comments. When we do the show, we always have a pad so all the guys can see everything that people are commenting about, and it just, again, for the future.
Yeah, right now I can see all the comments. I just
Okay.
didn't. I had it on private chat, which I didn't even know.
Yeah,
you could
yeah,
off.
yeah.
And then I put on comments, and all of a sudden, this incredible.
He's
Thank
high
you,
tech,
Ronnie.
Duncan. He's high tech. I do the same. We used to do the same thing now, because I always tell a story when Duncan and I first started doing the show 5 years ago. We'd have the phone propped up on the cigar
Oh, God,
boxes, and then we'd have our phones, phone in front of us to read the comments because we couldn't see the comments up there. I would said now we have all these fancy, intros, and back in the day we'd have to like take a piece of paper with something on it, like a picture, and be like, and play the music and move it aside. We were playing. I gotta ask. I gotta contact my a friend of mine, Claire, from high school. It's obviously it's been in many eons since I've been in high school, but we used to play her music in the beginning. Remember that, Duncan? She had that nice little folksy music. It was kind of like I used to tell him. I said it always reminded me of Bob Dylan, but with a good voice. It had that Bob Dylan vibe to it, and the music very folksy. But she's got a beautiful voice. She's she's up in Connecticut, and I think she's in Connecticut now. But I gotta see if we can have her on the show and do some music, because I really dig her stuff.
That'd be cool. And I could go ahead and do
Living large.
a theme song for this Kerr's podcast.
Shahan was trying to get you to do music for our for the Broadleaf Bullies.
I'll do that.
podcast.
Yeah, I got no problem with that. I'll do it.
So you heard it there, Shahan. We're gonna have a
100%.
Lars intro for the Broadleaf Bullies.
Yep.
Have you guys been
I'll-
catching up on any cigar news,
No.
Duncan?
Yeah, actually, I was reading a couple of good articles on Tobacco Business, the magazine. It's interesting. One of the things that they said, all the legislation that has been thrown at the government just in the first quarter of this year, it's insane. I mean, a lot of states are looking to raise taxes. There's going to be a lot of censorship for smoking up in your neck of the woods in Pennsylvania. I mean, there is a lot of stuff going on right now. And first of all, they didn't think it would happen this early on. If quarter one of this year, after a brand new presidential thing, so it's going to be an interesting year. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of backpedaling. I hope not. But there's, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I was looking through that and I said, man, there's no good news now.
Yeah, we had on Glenn Loop a few weeks ago, and gosh, I can't remember the other guy's name. He's a really nice guy.
And both of them knew so
He's
much.
Horrible.
with PCA.
PCA, yeah, I
Yeah.
can't think of his name right now. God, forgive me, guys.
They
but
were both great.
fantastic guys. I mean, and just very knowledgeable, and they've we fought the fight against the federal ban or the federal restrictions, and now, to your point, Duncan, it's going state to state now, and it's amazing on what's being what's out there, and they were talking. They went through thousands and thousands of just legislation in order to find, these handful of laws that they're trying to pass in these different states, from raising taxes to restrictions on cigar shops.
Dude, New York,
Even getting as
crazy.
far as going beyond. Oh, Nolita, how you doing? Don Noli, love you.
hold on, maybe he done.
Calvin, what's up, buddy? Gosh, I haven't seen Calvin from the Dog Pound. I got two of my old former teammates on here, Ken Pippin and Calvin. I haven't seen Cal in a while. But they're actually getting to the point where they're trying to implement laws locally. Some of the townships, and it's amazing what Glenn, and I got to look the guy. I feel bad that I'm forgetting his name.
Jennifer came up with it.
Josh, that's it, Joshua. Yeah,
Yeah, he was a great guy.
Super nice guy, very knowledgeable, and what they're doing at the state level is amazing.
Well, here's the thing. In the great Republic of California, there's even legislative talk about banning or censoring smoking even in homes.
Really?
I mean, are you for real? Again, this actually the latest magazine, Tobacco Business.
They want to
strongly
remove
urge everyone
cigars
to
from
get it.
Facebook?
It's got some great stuff on it, some good articles.
They've been trying to remove tobacco and censor tobacco and tobacco products on Facebook for a while.
It's horrible. California, Seattle, New York. I mean, there's just this whole state by state thing. That's going to be interesting to see how that develops.
Yeah. Now it's instead of fighting one big fight at the federal level, now they're fighting several different fights at several different fronts, and the two big tobacco states that they're really trying to push some heavy legislation on is in Florida and in Pennsylvania.
Wow, that means I'm gonna have to move to New Hampshire.
Well, you got good guys down there like Brisiewicz, Jeff from Corona.
Borges,
he's heavily involved. I mean, you got the Newman people down there. I mean, there's a lot of great powerhouses. The Fuentes. I mean, they have brought to bear their considerable resources also to protect tobacco manufacturing, production, distribution in Florida. I mean,
Lars, you can move to South Carolina. Lars, you can move to South Carolina.
It might be good. What's the tax situation over there?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's not to the Pennsylvania's big fat goose egg, right?
Right.
Stuff, but
you guys are what, 5.7?
I think it's 5.5, something like that. It's still good, but cost of living's great, the weather's great, the people are great.
Some people.
I'm here. That matters.
That's awesome.
That definitely increases the value of moving to South Carolina for some folks.
And it's funny, just right up north, it's 12.8 up here. I mean, how do you go from 5.7 to 12.8? I mean, literally, that's crazy.
North Carolina is making some major turns over the last several years, and I remember when I stopped at a shop up in North Carolina. It was in a little strip mall, and I bought a cigar, and I cut it, and I start lighting up. He's like, "Stop!" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You can't light up in here." I'm like, "Well, why not?" I spoke to the cigar shop, in another part of the state. He goes, strip malls and grandfather, you start going into the whole laws of North Carolina, where if you're in a strip mall, you can't smoke. You have to be a freestanding building, and you have to be grandfathered in. And
so here's the thing: in 2009,
terrible
July. It was July 9th of 2009. The law was passed that if you were pre-existing at that time, it did not matter where, but if you were pre-existing you were grandfathered in. But if not, after 2009 July, you had to be a standalone building with at least a 15-foot separation all the way around. You know, you
Yeah.
had to be 500 feet from the nearest door to door to a school. And I think there's also another distance to a local church or whatnot. I mean, the insanity was stupid about that. And the only way that you see a lot of folks nowadays, you know, smoking inside or whatnot is they're going private club. You know, that's the loophole. So, because there's a lot of that happening right now. You know,
Yeah.
people say, you know, I'm going to pay $5 and I'm going to go inside and you know, but there's also, you got to look at certain, for example, in the downtown district in Statesville, there are buildings that are grandfathered in because of the construction style. For example, you know, you had annex buildings side by side and you got 6 feet of construction, you know, concrete, bricks, whatever. So that's considered by the standards of that building code separate. So if you find a location like that, you can utilize that as a loophole also. But again, you gotta, it's just crazy.
Yeah, I remember that happening, and he kind of went through exactly what you went through, and I was like, you know what, man, I'll just go out and smoke a cigar in the car. Sits out that. I mean, it's crazy. I still think there's a restaurant right by me that still has a smoking section.
That's pretty cool. I love
A couple of years ago, I stopped in a Mexican restaurant, and I'm like, why do I smell smoking? I looked over, I was like, oh shit, they still have a smoking section. When I first moved down here 8 years ago, a lot of the restaurants had smoking section, non-smoking section. A lot of them
Just
did.
remember, there was a place in Charlotte that I think it was in Ballantyne's Mall, which is very nice, high-end area. There was a real nice steakhouse. They had an outside seating area, so they were across literally the street from a really nice cigar place. It was small, very boutique, but again high end, and they had worked out a deal. So if you were having a dinner, lunch, whatever outside, you could actually enjoy a smoke also outside on the restaurant's outside area, and it was really great to see that kind of like business camaraderie. I love that. And again, the other thing is, if you are renting in an environment that is also side by side, if the landlord of the property is okay with it and he has no objections, you're fine. But that's step one. Step two is, if your neighbors are okay with it, that's all right too. So again, you really got to play a very fine line when you're looking for a location in North Carolina. You know, it gets to be really stupid sometimes. The first shop we had, well, the landlord also had a brewery, and we were, you know, best buds, so he didn't care. He loved it. And then the building immediately next door to us, they were a business completely inside of the building, but in a regressed area. And it was like a nice women's high-end salon. So they had to have massive extractors for, you know, all the nail chemicals and all the pedicure, all the stuff that they do in there. So you couldn't smell anything in there. So it was a great relationship, and it was really, really nice to have found a spot like that. So
Lars, move to South Carolina. Duncan just gave you a reason why not you shouldn't move to North Carolina.
Yeah, don't move to North Carolina. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I got that.
That's amazing.
I love that. I love that. Hear all the info on this stuff. I really hope that this doesn't go down with Pennsylvania, because that would. I think that the big Cadillac houses would all move out.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Considering, like you said, I mean, all the big shops and owners and powerhouses that are up in Pennsylvania. I mean,
Thank you, Jennifer.
That's a huge one. Yes, Jennifer. That's huge. Stephen Finley, what's going on? Good to see you, brother.
What's going on, Chief?
It's Caitlin Finley's birthday today, so we must say happy birthday
Happy
to Caitlin.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Caitlin.
Yes. So we never got back to the original question, Lars. What's anything new going on? I know.
Um, so always I'm kind of doing new stuff, but I'm I'm working on another project. I had a girl over here today. This girl Amanda. If you look on my Facebook, it's on there. She's really a talent. So, and a talented rapper, also very intelligent girl. She'd actually a lot of fun to have on. She's very opinionated and fun girl. So it would be fun to have her on the show too. But I also think that having Alessandra on too would be real fun. I mean, that would be a lot of good fun.
Listen,
Alessandra sounds
Alessandra.
exotic and beautiful. I love it.
She is beautiful and she's very talented, also very intelligent. She's cool.
I do like the music section of it because I think when Duncan and I had this conversation a long time ago, when we were doing our show was the show when we did it. Duncan talked about all the cigars that he smoked, and I talked about all the shops that I stopped at, and then we just talked about everything and anything. It was all cigar related: art, music, food, because it's all intertwined. It's all related. I mean, especially music, because there's nothing more relaxing than sitting down when you have some time, if you have some time, and smoke a cigar, and listen to some great music. It's that moment that's so relaxing. So anybody that can provide that outlet, if you will, we love having them on and talking about it. Because the Stogie Road Diaries about the next step in the journey, and we talked about Justice's next step in her journey. Everybody has their steps, and music just plays, in my opinion. I think music and art plays such a vital role, especially in the cigar industry. I mean, you look at all the beautiful artistry that's done on the boxes and the cigar bands, and hearing the story of Lars on how your artwork comes about from your cigar bands. I mean, it's just it's as complex as the Fuente band, and about as real as it gets that Lars did his cigar band on the back of a napkin.
I know. That was really a funny time.
I mean, that's crazy.
Like literally, I was only doing it as a joke. And then my partner / girlfriend at the time, she wasn't a girlfriend at that time, but it became my girlfriend, whatever.
we don't know where she was at that point.
Let's move forward on that one. But she did come over and basically take the napkin. She was like, Lars, we have to make a band for the cigars. We can't be selling them in plastic bags anymore. Because that's all I did. I sold them in bundle, not even real bundles, just plastic bags of cigars. And she was like, Lars, we gotta go ahead and put a band on it and make some boxes. And so I said, oh yeah, sure, I'll do a band. And I just drew a band with my hand, wrote down Lars Seaton's Fat Cigars, PHAT cigars, because MTV Raps was on.
Yeah.
Raps. So I thought that would be funny. And then she took that to the printer.
I love that.
Hey man, if it works, it works.
That's when you put PH
crown on it, with the whole crown all hand drawn.
That was back when MTV influenced everybody to put PH instead of F. It was cool to do that.
Yeah.
What I know that what
the Vietnamese were doing that for a longer time than us. So.
True.
A little faux never hurt anybody.
Yep.
But it's okay though. It's in style though. After the fat, pretty hot and tempting. PHAT.
Yep.
What any new spices or hot sauce? I know we talked about the.
I got the hot sauce for Justice. I'm working on a barbecue sauce for you,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm working on a seasoning for you. And if Jennifer gives me a call, Jennifer, we can start working on another flavor profile thing. I would love to do that with coffee. That would be very cool because I use coffee in my spices anyway, so it would be an awesome little edge.
What's your favorite spice? Like when you work with spices, what is the one that you just really enjoy blending and mixing it because it brings out so much flavor?
It's almost the same thing as cigars. So, like, sometimes I'll smoke a mild cigar and I will love to death that mild cigar. Sometimes I just don't feel in the mood to smoke mild. Like
Right.
tonight, I'm smoking a monster beast of a super
Yeah.
strong cigar. But lots of times I smoke milds. I smoke mediums, smoke full bodies, whatever. It just matters like that moment. Sometimes I don't want any salt at all in it. I want to work with my seasonings that have no salt. It's just a lot of complex flavors and herbs. But then sometimes I like the spicy sea salt, like the other stuff that I'm doing. All those kind of things. I like to create things that have at that time, my kind of flavor or what I feel in the mood for. I think that it ends up turning out better that way.
So you don't have a go-to spice that is kind of your favorite that...
No, definitely not. And it really will depend on what I'm eating. I don't put cilantro in very much of my spices, but I put fresh cilantro on lots of food.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that, but it never goes dry in very many.
I love the nice grassiness and just tanginess of cilantro, fresh. And all the salsas that when we do them and stuff, like when we do like the whole little Mexican taco night, man, you just grab a whole big bunch of fresh, just chop it all up. It's something like really, really beautiful about that smell. I love it.
Yeah, cilantro is very refreshing. Very refreshing. Yeah,
it's invigorating. I love it.
I'm like that with basil.
So I love basil too, fresh basil.
Oh,
so I'm working on by the end of tonight, I have a bunch of stuff I have to do. I have to read a screenplay. I have to work over some rap video stuff I got to do. But I'm also going to be putting up 2 gigantic pork shoulders.
Oof. Yummy.
It's going to be so good.
Mm.
And I'm going to slow cook them for the next 2 days. It's going to be amazing.
Oh my god!
Man, it's a pork fat thing, baby. I love it.
I love. Pork.
I know tons of pork fat on this,
dude. It's funny. I hear a lot of people say, "No, I'm gonna clean a little bit of the fat off of the pork." I'm like, why would you do that? I'm Cuban. Every time I hear that, it's almost like religious blasphemy. To me, I hear people say, "No, I'm gonna trim the fat from the pork." I'm like, dude, that's like religious blasphemy. What's wrong with
that? That is.
You don't do that.
No, you can't do that.
No, that's terrible. I know Jennifer's.
Get the pork shoulders to show you how big they are.
Sure. Jennifer's a big steak person, but I love.
Come on, show me the shoulders. Look at that; those are big shoulders right there.
He said porky shoulders, right? Jennifer's a steak person. I love pork. I am literally a big pork guy.
Yeah.
I love. Jennifer will make some of the best pork chops. She'll sear them or put them on a grill, bang, bang, and then finish them off in the oven. And I will take a flawless pork chop before I will take any type of steak.
You know what? I'm telling you, I'm with you on that. I mean, hey, that's nice. Look at that. That's pretty.
I hope that was a pork shoulder.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
You never know.
I don't know, man. We're going to go with it. Hey, on a weird, crazy note, I don't know if you have ever
thought I saw a tattoo on there. What?
I don't know if you ever heard of this show, but I'm like literally addicted to it. I don't know if anybody has seen this out there or whatnot, but it's called Forged in Fire.
Yeah, oh God, that's old.
That pork shoulder is as big as my torso.
I started binge
It's
watching
huge.
that on Netflix, dude. That those guys are amazing there. They do really really cool stuff.
Yeah, I see that Forged in Fire. That's pretty interesting when those guys make knives and
Yeah.
swords and everything they got to make. And I'm impressed and amazed.
Well,
At,
there's a young man I met and talked to him. He's up in Hickory, about maybe 25 minutes from here. He had competed in that show. Nice kid. He's got an amazing studio or forge, whatever it's called. And dude, for someone like that, he's 19. The kid's a beast, man. He's getting
yeah,
orders from all over the U.S.
Wow.
I'm sure. I mean, some of those handcrafted knives and swords and everything that they do on that show is pretty impressive. And then what always amazes me is they put it through the different strength
Oh, dude,
tests.
that's yeah.
I mean, I was hooked on that show for a while too, Duncan. I was because I just love seeing how someone could take railroad ties and they'll turn it into a sword.
No, yeah, they're true artists, man. Like I said, it's just one of those things. Like man, come home, put one of those on, a couple of those episodes, and you're like, man, these guys are on animals, and when you showed me the pork shoulder right there, that's what I was thinking. I was like, when they bring out those,
Yeah, Duncan wanted to cut it with his sword.
let me show you how it cuts. I was like, we were saying, is that maybe that's one of Lars's enemies. And
That's what I thought. I thought I saw a tattoo on that pork shoulder, Lars.
Yeah, I mean, one of Lars's, competitors. He goes, "This is what happens when you mess with me, man. I'm gonna roast you."
I got two pieces of pork shoulder.
Oh my God. I cannot wait to put that up. I love pork shoulder. I have a friend of mine, and the two of us would compete all the time on making pork shoulder, and then having a bunch of people tasting it and see who was like which one's better.
Now,
It's
do
pretty
you
funny.
do it so
And I'd
that
make
the skin ends up being crispy?
Oh yes,
Yeah, because I mean, if
you
it's
have to. You have
yeah,
to.
man, I love that.
It's like that
Almost like take a
chicharron.
nice chunk of that. It's still crunchy and oh man, it's just delicious. Good stuff.
Yeah, I love that so much. That's my favorite thing. I just love it. I love big chunks of pork fat deep fried in pork.
Chicharron.
That's
Yeah,
right.
man, that's my mom's favorite dessert. I mean, literally.
Put some whipped cream on it.
Yeah, dude. It's literally. She tells everybody, God's greatest vegetable and the greatest dessert ever made was deep fried pork. I'm like, Mom, what the hell's wrong with you?
She's right.
I'm telling you, yeah, man. She had her last
And how old is
physical.
she?
78. Her last physical was just a couple of weeks ago. Blood pressure was, amazing. All the triglycerides and all those, good stuff and bad stuff. Even keel, perfect. The doctor keeps looking. I go, look, man, she's 78. She's very active. She eats whatever the hell she wants. She smokes about 8 cigars a day. I go, if that's a
Love it.
recipe for longevity, there you go.
Now, if I smoke 8 cigars a day and 8 deep fried pork,
You'd be in good shape.
I'd be
Yeah, man,
fantastic.
it's keto. It's keto friendly.
It's keto. Your
You're
mom's been
100%
keto. I
right.
didn't even know it. I'll tell you
My
what,
mom's
though.
been
I
doing
mean,
keto for the past 70 years of her life, and nobody even knew that.
it's all because of you, Duncan. You're very calming and such a good
Yeah,
son.
I don't listen. I don't know about all that. Having been an only child, there was never a calm moment in my house.
I think your mom would love my oxtail and sofrito.
Oh, let me tell you, oxtail to us, that's holiness, man. It's funny. Like Carrie and I mean, simple cuts of beef, that were always like the poor people's meats. I think they're the best.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
love oxtail, dude. It's just fantastic.
Oh my God, I love oxtail and a really good homemade sofrito. Oh.
Oh, you can't go wrong with that, dude.
Nicole Krajewski, hello. I know that's not Nicole saying that. That's another one of my former teammates and roommates and still good buddies. He was the head of the K9 unit up in Delaware, Lars, in Wilmington.
Oh, nice.
Joe Kraski. Juice, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. So I expect a lot of ball busting over the next however long we're on, because he's relentless. He is. He's relentless.
Nice.
Gosh, the stuff that we used to do. I won't mention it, Joe, in case someone's watching this. They may pull your pension. He retired a few years ago. I won't mention any of the things that we've done back in the day. I don't want to get him in trouble. But so what are you gonna? How are you gonna season that hunk of meat? Are you gonna season it? Or are you just gonna do it?
No, so I'm definitely seasoning it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna make up a little dry rub that I'm gonna do, and I have like a fish sauce that I'm gonna use on it too, and then I'm going to crush a bunch of anchovies, and just kind of like put it all over the whole thing.
An anchovy massage.
Yep.
Now, what will that do? Just make it. I
Have this really delicious saltiness, this flavor of saltiness. I mean, kind of like
Yeah,
salty,
Pork
briny.
Pork
Adds
is
to the little-
forgiving meat when it comes to salt, dude. Pork
Yeah.
likes salt, yeah.
Yes, it does, and
Yeah.
it has this. It adds a little crispy, crunchy thing
Yeah.
on the skin, and that really, on top of the fat, that layer of anchovy kind of paste. But it won't be an anchovy paste because I like the little bones in the anchovies, so they get crispy too and break apart in your mouth real easy. But yeah, I'm gonna mush those up and put them all over the roast. You know, I make burgers for people. It's so funny. I make these incredible burgers, and I'll always ask the people, "Do you like anchovies?" And they go like, "No, I hate anchovies. I hate it." Okay, I'll wait till they finish the burger. I always put anchovy paste in the burgers.
I like anchovies. I think they're great.
Really?
I like them.
Yeah, just adds a whole dimension flavor, and I'll usually use fish sauce on it too.
See, I've had
Well,
anchovies and I've had them, and it has to. I'd have to try that just because I'm not a big fan of anchovy. My brother was a big anchovy fan. He could literally get a can and
You
just
cannot tell that
rip the
there's
can top off and just with the oil and eat them fresh like that.
Oh, that's good, man. That's awesome.
Ugh.
No,
I just-
but hey, listen,
listen.
I grew up eating sardines and all kinds of like little things like that and anchovies. I would mush it all up, put it on a cracker, and
Yes.
for me, it was
Yes.
like it was like a treat. You know, I love it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, my
man,
God.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I like that too, but
Shut up.
like her, you would never even know that it was anchovies on it because it doesn't taste like it.
I tell you what, I like simple stuff like that, and it was something that when I was in Miami growing up as a kid, because we didn't have that in Cuba. I mean, I would always buy like cans of everything, and my great uncle, rest his soul, he was always spoiling me. I never had a grandfather, but when we went to the market, he was like, "What do you like?" And I go, I would point at cans, and he goes, "I want those sardines, and I want those other little things that say," and I would call them anchovies. You know, I couldn't pronounce it back then. And he goes, "Okay." And let me tell you, man, as a kid, I'd get them out of the can, kind of get a fork, mush them down, and put them in a little cracker, and I would just love it on my little saltine crackers. Crazy. It was just one of those like weird treats.
And I would take the whole anchovy fish with the head and tail and all, and I will bake those, and then I'll fry them up in seasonings and oil.
It's very
And then I'll just-
Mediterranean.
Have those dried fish in a bowl sitting by my desk and just eat them. And back when I was a young kid, I never was in the car without having tons of those. I'd have a big plastic bag just filled with those dried anchovies. I fried
can't
up
go wrong
with
with that,
seasoning.
man.
Oh,
Ugh. Well,
All right, gentlemen. I
yeah,
have
Duncan's
a roast.
Duncan's got a hard stop at 8:30. He's got to go check the roast.
I got
All
a
right.
hard stop.
You got a hard stop.
I got my beloved. We're gonna have a wonderful dinner tonight. We got a roast. I love you, Lars. Your awesomeness.
I love you,
Sure.
and
You're the
send my
best,
love
brother.
to
You
your
guys are the
family,
best.
I
baby.
don't hear any love my way, Duncan. That's kind of hurts.
I said, Curry, you're the best. I love you, man. Jesus Christ Almighty.
Duncan,
You know,
send my love to your fam.
always. You know, you guys keep messing up with Curry. He lies. He loves anchovies. the big anchovy fan.
Hey, Duncan.
Yeah,
I
man.
just have one more thing to say to you.
Click.
One more thing.
Yep.
All right.
I knew that was coming. He did too.
He did too. He ruined it. He kind of ruined it for me.
Oh my God, that was funny.
There we go. Here,
That
hold on.
was
This is,
hilarious.
put your pants back on, Duncan.
Oh my God.
Oh man, it's always good having Duncan on.
Yeah,
I just
he's
love messing
funny.
with him. He's hilarious.
I love Duncan. He's funny.
He told me, he goes, like, we got a roast. He goes, Jonathan's giving me shit. I said, I will have Duncan off. I will boot him at 8:30 exactly if I have to. Get him off the damn freaking screen.
He had a hard stop.
Yeah, hard stop. He's they got a nice little roast cooking, so I don't want to hold him out from that, and ruin his meal. He does enjoy family time, which is good. You know, it's
awesome.
you know, Duncan is the one thing I've always appreciated and respect about Duncan is that it was like, hey, it's family time, can't talk. Family time doing this. All right, no problem, buddy. We'll catch up another time. He definitely maximizes his time with the family.
And that's great.
Most definitely.
You can't get that time back.
No, that's the one thing you cannot get back is time.
Nope.
And
True
it is, you know, money, success, fame, all that stuff comes and goes, but you can't get back time. So he's gonna go. He's still on. Look, that's the quietest Duncan's been right there. Right there, that's the quietest he's ever been. That's the least amount of that Duncan's ever said. Because he's not there.
That desk is all balling though.
Yeah. Duncan's got good style, man. He's told me, because I go into a Goodwill, I grab this, I grab that, and he's boom. I mean, he refinishes stuff. He's very talented.
That's so cool.
He's a man of many talents. That guy is. But
how about you? How about what happened this week for you? That you've had anything new?
It's been a crazy week. Oh, new and interesting this week. That's a good question. Just been really busy. The cigar bands came in.
I love the bands.
Thank you. I'm really excited about that. I mean, I was, we were waiting for him. Delivery man comes in and just drops off a whole bunch of boxes, and I'm like, okay. So Jennifer opens them up, and she comes over and she hands me, this box, and I'm like, I hope there's a hell of a lot more bands than that. She's like, well, the big boxes have 50 little boxes inside of them. So yeah, that was really exciting to get
Who
these.
Who designed the bands?
The gentleman who did the artwork for my logo. I had this concept of doing a compass for the traveler, right? This is because I traveled a lot. And I wanted the initials in the middle of it, and kind of got to a point where my creativity in Adobe Illustrator just plateaued. It was that's about as far as I can go. So guy did the artwork, just really killed it, did a great job. So when I started thinking about what I wanted to do for my cigar band, I had all sorts of input and feedback on what we should do and blah blah blah, but I really love that round disc, the compass. So I cut it, printed it, and I literally sat here printing and cutting and trying to get the right size that would go around a cigar. But I found that depending on the ring gauge, it could only reach around so much. So I added the tab to it and put Stogie Road cigars on it, and I'm probably going to do it. I'm definitely going to do it again, but my goal was that every fall I was gonna do a limited short run of Lanceros. So I had
nice.
I had some Lanceros of the edition 35 that really was popular. So this band can fit anything from a ring gauge from 48 to 50 to 52.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my gosh, Ethan Rhodes is on, another Wesley person. What's going on, bro? A compass rose. Thank you, Ethan. You should be embarrassed that you even know what that is. Flip the mattress. So yeah, it could fit anything from a 48 ring gauge to a 52 ring gauge. That tab in the back allows it to extend out, for bigger ring gauges. So that was the whole concept, and it was basically taking the artwork that was already existing and then kind of seeing it for what it was, and wanted to do that.
It looks great. I love that band. It's beautiful.
Thank you. I've tried it. I went through my whole humidor, and I'm like, this is a Robusto, this is a Churchill, this is a Lancero, and it really does look good, and it fits well on any of the Vitolas, man. It's I love you too, Ethan. Oh man, he's a good guy. It was, some folks were like, well, don't you think that the band's too big? No, but the way it wraps around a cigar and how it looks, I think it hugs it pretty well. It doesn't. It's not too obscene.
Yeah, and some people like it bigger.
Yes. I actually looked at some of this. I was designing some smaller ring gauges too, or some smaller bands, and I wasn't digging it. This one kept coming back to me, and I kept trying to change it and rearrange it to something smaller, but it fits nicely.
Oh, that looks just beautiful.
Back. The Stogie Road cigars in the back, I offset it just a little bit so it's always showing. Trying to get it centered is difficult when you're dealing with different ring gauges, right?
Yeah.
I'd have to get 10,000 ring gauges of 10,000 bands to fit different ring gauges.
Right.
But this one's very universal, and it's just set off to the side so the Stogie Road cigars will always be present.
I love it. I think it's great.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, bud.
Beautiful.
High compliments coming from you.
Beautiful.
So, what do you want to leave the folks with? You got music? Are you feeling up to it?
Yeah, absolutely. Are we signing off now?
We are at the point where we are closing in on the witching hour of Lars doing a song to end the show and Kara getting a good night's sleep.
Are you going to sleep now? After this?
Not right away. Why, you want to chat afterwards?
Oh, well, sure.
Yeah.
We'll chat a little bit.
Well, I know you got a lot of shit going on too, man.
Yeah, I'm going to be up. It's going to be a thing. So
Yeah, I'll be around for a little bit. Jennifer will be here after the show.
That'd be very cool.
Yeah.
Maybe we could talk about the spice a little bit.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Most
I'm really into that. I think it's going to be great.
We are too. I think when it comes to like I said before, whether it's music, drinks, art, but food and cigars, man, I'll tell you, there's nothing better than eating a great meal and then smoking a fantastic cigar afterwards. And the spices that you have, and they're available on the VSR Cigar Fam. The three spices that we're carrying. Everybody's fantastic. And I can tell you what, honestly, Lars, when my dad gives a compliment, that's rare.
Real shit.
That's real deal, because he literally does not he does not do that. If it's not good, he would say, "Hey, that wasn't that good, but thanks a lot, for giving it to me." But he really did enjoy it.
That's awesome. And that's a good sandwich to put it on, too.
Oh, yeah, BLT? Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even just like mayo and for people who are veggie people or vegan people, which I'm not, but just tomato mayonnaise and that seasoning salt is just awesome.
My mom used to drink. That was my mom's sandwich. She used to make was that she put salt on it. One of the things that Pip, we're still alive. one of the things that Jennifer made the other night was breakfast for dinner.
I love that.
And she made potatoes, and she kind of fried them up and then finished them off in the oven, so they were really soft in the inside and crispy on the outside, and used the seasoned sea salt. Oh my God, it was.
That must have been so good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to do more like this. It won't be so much rap as is a little more on the countryside.
We got country. I'm in South Carolina.
You know what? I think that you're going to like this. So there's, up in, I don't know, it's like 5 minutes from here. There's, I can't even remember what it's called. It's not Whitehall. Maybe it's like North Whitehall.
I know where Whitehall is.
Around there's a place called Willy's Bait and Tackle.
Okay.
It's right nearby the water or next to a bridge. And they sold my cigars there. And one day I was sitting out front while I was actually on the way to go golfing. And one of the distributors that was selling our cigars, we were going out together, and he had to run in there and bring this guy a bunch of boxes of cigars. So while I was sitting in the car waiting for him, I wrote this song.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of funny.
Writing a song in Whitehall.
Yeah. In his van. I'm just sitting in the van writing this song. We got beer, we got bait, we got everything a hillbilly needs. A little oasis in the middle of nowhere, just like Moses parting the sea. We got beer, we got bait, we got everything a hillbilly needs. A little oasis in the middle of nowhere, just like Moses parting the sea. Hanging out at Willy's Bait and Tackle may not seem like an afternoon, but you'd be surprised at how delightful. Smoke a cigar and get boozed. We got beer, we got bait, we got everything a hillbilly needs. A little oasis in the middle of nowhere, just like Moses parting the sea. Now every time I go out fishing, I love to stop by old Willy's, smoking tea and cigars and dissing. We laughing boozed up hillbillies. We got beer, we got bait, we got everything a hillbilly needs. A little oasis in the middle of nowhere, just like Moses parting the sea. We got beer, we got bait, we got everything a hillbilly needs. A little oasis in the middle of nowhere, just like Moses parting the sea. And there that
is. That's great, man. I just love the fact that you wrote that song in Whitehall.
I know. While I was sitting in front of Willy's Bait and Tackle.
Yeah. I had a buddy of mine went to Allentown College. I think it's up in Whitehall.
Oh, cool, man.
I remember, going up there a couple of times. I covered that whole area when I worked at Enterprise Rent-A-Car too. So I dated a girl in Easton. And so I spent a lot of time in Easton, Allentown, and Bethlehem. That was my younger days. I could barely remember those days.
Feel ya.
Well, listen, man, it's always a pleasure seeing you, buddy.
It's be on the show.
Always good hanging out with you, Lars. Really, I look forward to the spices and to the barbecue sauce. Listen, anybody who's listening and watching, if you want to pick up some great spices, go to vsrcigarfam.com. We have a tab on the top for this different spices. We're going to be adding hot sauces and barbecues as well. We started off with 3 basic spices. We have the seasons, the spicy sea salt, which is one of my favorites. I put that on everything. I mean, whatever I put in the microwave, when I'm eating throughout the day and I'm busy, I'll put in like a healthy choice meal, pop it out, sprinkle some of that on it. We have the this, what is it? The sweet garlic, honey garlic,
Yeah. Sweet garlic love.
sweet garlic love. That Jennifer put on steaks the other night, which was freaking killer.
That must have been.
I'm dying to get some pizza and put it on top. I am. I love garlic on pizza, and then
Combine that with a little bit of the spicy sea salt. Oh my god!
the adobo.
Yeah.
I put some of that the other day in one of we made some beans and rice, and I put some of that in it, mixed it up, and had some chicken with chimichurri on top. And I got to tell you, wow, that was incredible.
I'm going to be using some of the adobo tonight on that podcast.
After I was done eating that, I just was like, I'm going to sit in a chair and smoke a cigar because that was really good. That was fantastic. So, you can get the spices. You can get all three. Check it out on VSRCigarFam.com. Plus, there's some cigars there if you want to pick up a few cigars to enjoy after you eat a good meal with some good spices on it. Laura, do you want to leave the audience with anything outside of Willy's Tackle Shop?
Another song or just saying something?
Anything. Say something.
It was an honor to be on the show, and thank you guys. Thanks everybody for listening. And do I know Paula Tarosian? Yeah, of course. She's an amazing person. I love her. Paula's awesome. Oh, cool.
Oh, Pippin. You know Pippin. He's a handsome young lad, very strapping young man.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, Paula's awesome.
That's fantastic. It's always good hanging out with you, buddy. It really is, man. I always appreciate our time together. And it's great having you on the show. We're gonna have to get some more music on here, right? We have to get some of the folks you were referencing and get them to perform on the show. 100%. And I just want to sit back, put my feet up, and listen to some music and smoke a cigar while they perform in the show.
That's a beautiful thing, and we will be doing that for sure.
All right. Listen, this is Care from the Stogie Road Studios. Lars and I want to thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for Duncan Ramon Echevarria, the cigar consigliere. You can check him out at Don Unoli Cigars. From Lars, Care, and the rest of us here at Stogie Road Cigars, we want to thank you for joining us. Have a lovely evening and a great weekend, and we will see you next week.
Love you all.